Thank you for joining. This is a networking lab demonstration. In this video, I will be switching over from static IP addressing to dynamic IP addressing. A DHCP server has been added to the topology. The router's G01 interface and the DHCP server will be on the same subnet. I'll reserve IP address 10.0.0.193 to be used as the router's address. It will be indicated as the default gateway for the DHCP server. Next, I'll assign a static address to the DHCP server. The IP address will be 10.0.0.194. The mask used for the entire network is 27. Here you can see router's G01 interface as having IP address 10.0.0.193. Now let's take a look at the PCs. We'll take PC0 as an example. The static IP address has been cleared out. I'll retain the static IP address label so that you can see the change in address. If I were to change the configuration of the PC to DHCP right now, an invalid address would appear. This is an automatic private IP address. It appears when the DHCP server request has failed. Okay, so there's still more work to do. So far, I've only assigned static IP addresses to the router's interface and the DHCP server. The server is using the router's IP address as its default gateway. First, I'll need to configure the server so that it has a DHCP pool for each VLAN. Then I will configure the router to be a DHCP relay, also referred to as an IP helper. Let's take a look at the process. As you can see, the network has several VLANs. Each VLAN required that a sub-interface be configured on the router for inter-VLAN communication. When each sub-interface was created, an IP address residing within the sub-interface's subnet was assigned to the router. This IP address will be used when the DHCP pool is created. Okay, I'm in the DHCP tab of the server services. I make sure that the service is on. I give the pool a name. I then provide the router's IP address for that sub-interface. For example, when VLAN 30 was created, the router was assigned 10.0.0.65. The subnet mask remains the same for the entire network. Since the router's subinterface is .65, I'll start with .66 as the next usable address. With a mask of /27, my block size is 32 because 2 raised to the 5th power is 32. However, the number of users or usable host addresses is 30. Why? Because the network address and the broadcast address are both unusable by end host devices. I've entered 30 as the max number of users for this pool. Had I made any errors in entry or calculation after creating a pool, I would just make the changes and click Save. However, the pool is not officially created until I click Add. Now, I'll configure the router as a relay agent, allowing it to relay requests for IP addresses to the DHCP server. Configuration must be done on each sub-interface. An example of the command is seen here. Notice that the IP address of the DHCP server is given. Give me a moment while I execute commands on each of the interfaces. There are 5 sub-interfaces. The relay agent configuration is now complete for all 5 router subinterfaces. Okay, I'll test the functionality of the DHCP request starting with PC0. Sorry about that. I showed you the default gateway for PC0. Here's the IP address after using DHCP. I'll choose one from each VLAN. Here's PC8. Now here's PC10. Next I have PC3. Finally, I'll test PC13. I haven't been utilizing VLAN 50 in previous videos, so I won't bother with it in this video. But know that this network has, as part of its topology, 5 VLANs and a total of 7 subnets. So there you have it, dynamically assigned IP addressing. Okay, I guess that's it. I hope that you found this video to be interesting. I invite you to view the playlist of similar demonstrations. Goodbye for now.